Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 5. We are learning Unit 2. Its title is The Greatest Reformer. Today is lecture 1, my dear fellow teachers. This lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation, worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, follow it as it is, or modify it for your convenience. I am going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. Yes, my dear students, under the title of punctuation, we are going to learn about few punctuation marks. We'll cover page number 20 and 21 of your book. Before this, in English for grade 4, I have already taught you about punctuation marks. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video again. So today we'll learn further and we'll cover, yes, I have taught you in Unit 1 as well. Unit 1, Lecture 2, we have learnt about punctuation marks. I hope you have practiced well and you remember. So, we'll learn further and we'll cover the SLO to recall the rules of punctuation learned earlier. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Surah 39 verse 18, who listen to speech and follow the best of it, those are the ones Allah has guided. And those are people of understanding. Yes, my dear students, this beautiful words is in fact a message for all of us to listen carefully. When we are listening, we should listen carefully and then we should follow our best because we want to be people who are people guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and who are people of understanding. So inshallah, this is the rule every day we are going to follow. Now you tell me, what are the punctuation marks? Now you have learned about many punctuation marks. What do you remember about that? And why do we need punctuation marks? So pause the video and answer these two questions to your teacher. Yes, my dear students, I hope you have mentioned many punctuation marks like full stop, comma, hyphen, question mark, sign of exclamation, apostrophe, and maybe more. And why do we need punctuation marks? I hope you remember the example. Last time I told you, let's eat grandma. Ooh, it's scary, let's eat grandma. No, it's not like that. Basically, there is a comma after eat. Let's eat grandma means grandma, come, let's eat together. I have apples or many things, whatever you are offering. So basically, this is an offer statement to grandma. Grandma, come, let's eat. Okay, so I told you if we don't put comma over here, the meaning of the phrase changes. This is what the punctuation does in our writing. All right. So, use of comma. Do you remember when we use comma? Okay, do you remember? Yes, we do. The examples are, first, Sania, comma, are you listening to me? There are plates, glasses, and spoons on the table. The tea was cold, sweet, and refreshing. Yes, you can sit here. So in these four sentences, you see everywhere comma has been placed. So there are a few rules we follow to put this comma, to place this comma in our statement. How we follow these rules? Open your book on page number 20. Let's see the rules of using comma. Under the title of grammar, commas. Commas and full stops are the most frequently used punctuation marks, right? And means these are comma and full stop, we use it most oftenly. Commas customarily indicate a short pause. They are not as final as full stop. So when final means when you end your statement, you put a full stop. But if you put comma, it means your statement is not yet final. It is still continuous. So it is a short pause. It indicates a short pause. When you put a comma, it means you have to take a pause and statement is still continuing. So what is rule number 1 for comma? We use commas to separate words, and word groups in a simple series of 3 or more items. Means when you are going to make a list of 3 or more than 3 items, you will separate each of them by putting a comma. Commas shows where to take a slight pause. Okay, so it tells us this is the place you have to take a slight pause. For example, I bought 2 apples, 3 oranges, and some grapes. Okay, so we have separated apples, 2 apples, 3 oranges, and some grapes by putting comma. Now you see, this is a list of 3 items. So apples, comma, 3 oranges, and because the last one is there, that's why we have put and over here. Okay, apples, oranges, and grapes. He enjoys tennis, comma, badminton, comma, skating, and football. So this is a list of games. Tennis, badminton, skating, football, we have separated them by placing comma in between them. All right. Next is at school. Now it's a short pause over here because the next phrase is going to be at school, comma, we study English, comma, mathematics, comma, science, comma, history and geography. Now, at school, we study. These are 2 phrases interlinked, but we have to take a pause. And after this, English, maths is a list. We have to separate them by placing comma, right? Rule number 2 is we also use commas between adjectives. So, when there are more than 3 adjectives, we'll separate them placing comma. A giraffe is a tall, long-necked, and long-legged animal. Now, you see, these are the adjectives: tall, long-necked, and long-legged animal. All right. He is a tall, handsome, smart, and ambitious young man. So, you see, the rule is same. Here, there are more than 3 or more than 3 adjectives. So, we separate them by putting comma. Rule number 3 is we use a comma after yes or no. If you are writing a dialogue and you have to put yes, you will place comma after that, then you will continue the statement. And before or after please in a sentence. So, if you are writing please in a sentence, you will have to put a comma before or after please. We also use a comma before or after the name of the person being spoken to. Okay, so these are the rules when we are writing dialogues. For example, no, it has stopped. So, if you don't put comma over here, the statement will change. Okay, so you will put comma, no, it has stopped. Likewise, good morning, comma, sir. Can you tell me what time is it, comma, please. Even if I write please in the beginning of the sentence, we'll have to put comma after please. So, comma is placed to separate please. Yes, it is a 3:15. Aline. Now you see, because I'm placing a name over here, that's why before this name I have separated it by placing comma. And now the 4th rule is commas are used to show a brief pause. As we already told, unfortunately, comma, she injured her knee. She was in the activity room, comma, reading stories. Now, these are 2 phrases of statement and we are joining them, like we want to write them in a same statement. So, we put a comma, a short pause, and then we complete it. So, after knowing and discussing the uses of comma, it's activity time. It means it's your turn now. What will you do? Red light on a traffic signal breaks the traffic flow for a while. Same the commas do. Okay? On road, red light means just stop for a while, and when it will be green, you may continue your driving. Likewise, a comma in this statement means it's a short pause. So, your teacher will read a text, and my fellow teachers, I have given few sentences in lesson plan. You may follow those statements, or you can take your own examples. But make sure all the statements should have commas in it. So, what you will do, you will read the statement, and as comma comes while the teacher is reading, she will not say put comma, she will say red light. And you will decode this red light, it means you have to write comma over here. For example, if your teacher says, you have to write good morning, red light, sir. So, you will write in this way, good morning, comma, sir. Okay. So, this is an interesting activity. Pause the video and enjoy this activity. Yes, my dear students, you have placed all the commas, you decoded red light into commas. Good job, you are smart. So now it's your practice time from your book. Open your book on page number 20 and you will do question number 8 and 9 on your book. What you have to do, punctuate these phrases using commas and put commas in the given sentences, okay? So pause the video and enjoy this exercise. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. So it's time for your homework. What you will do, you will write a paragraph consisting of 5 to 6 lines, 5 to 6 sentences using commas. All right. And I'm giving you a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, and PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, print it, and kindly give a printed worksheet to my student for practice. And students, what you are supposed to do, you will put commas in these sentences. So in this way, what we have learned today, we learned that comma is used to separate words in a simple series of 3 or more. We also use comma between adjectives. We use comma after words like yes, no, please, and thank you, etc. We use comma in a dialogue and after name. So we use comma to take a short pause. These are all the rules about comma which we learned today. So in this way, we achieved our today's SLO, that is to recall the rules of punctuation learned earlier. Yes, my students, are we done with it? Yes, that's good. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep practicing, keep learning. Take very good care of yourself and the people around you. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.